I'm Shocking back once again. You saw the title of the video. One Punch Man Season 3 has concluded like a week or two ago. I could be off about 1, 2, 3 weeks. But I wanted to let everything settle down and let you know JC Staff is back for Season 4 once again. I'm telling you, if they did that out of pure spite after people did to that director, you reap what you sow. That you. But overall, back to the main point. One Punch Man Season 3. I remember last year, 2024, I believe. Yeah, 2024 when they first revealed the preview trailer. Stuff looked great. Gar versus Blood God and Royal Ripper looked excellent, right? It was a step up. It was more manga. Well, the coloring and everything else is more manga accurate. In Season 2, they took some liberties with the designs. In some cases, I like it. Other cases, it's, wasn't so bad. Like, well, you know, Garo's face when he's talking to the other villains here is does it look like the manga? No. Does it look bad? No. I'm not one of those people who hated Season 2. I just thought Season 2 was alright. I give it an 8. It wouldn't be like a 9 like Season 1. But when this season came out, in hindsight, I do realize people was not going to ever like this season. And the reason why is, one, they don't... Because of Season 1, there's a misunderstanding of what One Punch Man is. And it's not just a Saitama show, even though it's called One Punch Man. He doesn't even have that name yet, so because it does focus on the other heroes, S class, B class, A class, even the currently in the webcomic. Because like everything in Season 1 of One Punch Man is one-to-one with the webcomic, and I do mean everything from Boros to the meteorite to the evolution of evil. All that stuff is one-to-one. So going to Season 2, the manga took liberties with adding into the martial arts tournament, which I think I liked it. Other people call it filler. I liked it. When I say other people, I'm not talking about most people. But Season 3 was announced. As a person who likes seasons, I always personally believe that JC Staff could produce a high quality animation. Could. But Season 3 comes out, first episode, not much happening. It's just, okay, don't have much problem with that. Episode 2 comes out, Garo is out there on the prowl, dining and dashing, living his best life, you know. Also, another tame episode, not really too much happening. Compare that to like the first few episodes of Season 2, a lot of high intensity action. Season 3 does not start like that because you read the manga, you know that other things happen in between. It's not a high paced season, but you know people don't read. And then, you know, episode 3 came out. We get the fight between Blood God and Royal Ripper versus Garo. Great. It was sensational. It's the best thing in the world, no. Was it outright it's outright garbage in Run Frame Man, you know. That one part they did cut out where he deflects Royal Ripper's attack on the Blood God. Outside of pacing, well, outside of timing, I don't see why they'll cut that part if it was already done, right? And then you see in other instances, right, like with the Gara episode 5, or with the Zombie Man episode, like episode, I believe it was 10, where they would cut out the intro and just have complete extra animation to add on to it. Were there editing problems throughout this entire season? Yes, they were. The weakest episodes of the season was easily episodes 6 and 7. 6 was alright. The story continues. You see the other support team C-class heroes. It's really with 7 where the disappointment, in my opinion, really comes in. Because you're supposed to get this showcase of the C-class heroes like Mizuki and the Saber guys and all these other background characters. And what do we get? We get disappointment. It didn't live up to standards. So there's a lot of highs and lows of this season overall. When it's good, but when it's bad, the lowest it ever got was episode 7. Does it deserve a 1.5? No. But it deserved like a 5 or a 4. Because there's a lot of animation that was supposed to be there that was quickly made or quickly went through the pace. And I understand that these aren't characters that a lot of people will care about. Sure, you could save the budget and timing for everything. If you don't know, I question how much time they spend on episode 12 compared to episode 7. Especially since there's reports of a lot of outsourcing. Which goes back to the biggest issue of this season. Do not attack the workers, attack the person who's funding it. Now some might say why. If the animation studio had a chance to decide what time they can do it, I doubt they'll produce something that's trash. Seriously. Honestly, think about this. What animation studio truly want to produce something that's garbage, most people would say no, but then say, well, because you don't have intentions to make a bad game, doesn't mean it's not going to be a bad game or a bad product. In this case, well, you're given a strict timeline on which people keep talking about 6 years. 9 times out of 10, they probably only had like about 2 years, about two, give or take. And I had to roll the dice of what episode deserved time, what episode did. Uh, and that really hurt the season overall. I would have just delayed it and just started the episodes in December, and that give enough time overall to improve it. But it's just, once again, do not attack the directors. Do not attack. It's very funny because everybody want to blame Bandai Namco now, but you bullied a man off of Twitter, and now y'all trying to say, well, don't blame the studio. Don't blame. Y'all was just roasting dude and said the studio take full response. Like I always say, if you're a creator, they don't care about you, man. They don't. It is what it is. But back to the main season. The weakest episodes are easy 6 and 7. 6, when that week came out, I was like, alright. When 7 came out, like all the extra stuff with the side characters, sure, in the bigger scheme of things, the C-class heroes that are support are irrelevant. I understand. But even with that, like, come on, man. It's like, if you're gonna give this, they could have done better than that. Easy. Tatsumaki versus the, I think his name's like Eeyore or Evil Eye. No, Evil Eye could have been better. A lot of the side character stuff would have been better. It could have been, but then, hey, I still have hope. But it's one of those things that temper down the steam. Episode 8 comes out. Flash you Flash versus Hellfire, Hellfire Flaming Galewind. I thought it was good. Now people are proclaiming it was some type of masterpiece. No, it's not like a 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, but it was a solid 8 out of 10. Some good stuff, some good work, proving that they can, like I always believe, can produce quality animation if they have time, especially since a decent portion of the animation team are freelancers. But it is what it is. Episode 8 came out, and this is where the toxicity shows up among the fan base. Because overall, like I had no problems with episodes 3, 4, and 5. Those are slower paced episodes. Blood God versus because you also had cameo Zombie Man talking to Dr. Jeans. And I didn't have a problem with those episodes. I thought those episodes were alright. They made some questionable editing choices at multiple times. Episode 5 with Garbage, the Monster Association, I thought it was alright. Could the overgrown Roper thing be better? Yes. And they also cut things out because of timing. And which the only hope you can have is for a Blu-ray. But if they don't improve this stuff on the Blu-ray, hey, you can hope for the best, right? That's all I can say. Especially since they got like 2 years for the next season. I hope for the best. I really do. I hope for the best. But episode 9 came out, and remember when I made that video about the real problem with the redraw should be what would the animation studio choose to animate? Now, if they would have animated the original Phoenix Man fight, they would have called it boring. They would have called it a slideshow. They would have said it was one frame, man. They would have roasted it, said this was boring. But then they animate the high action fight. It's garbage. They're using retconned material. Pause. Nobody likes that new Phoenix Man fight. Nobody. And all the character development you talking about, Child Emperor gets that from Zombie Man. Because the biggest problem with the redraws is you don't really see why Child Emperor eventually leaves the team because everybody's cooperative and everybody's working together. The whole point is the reason why Child Emperor eventually leaves and becomes his angsty version of himself is because the team wasn't working together. Which before the redraws, that's what it showed. But everybody not working together or listening to each other or properly communicating. Which is why, ironically, the monster executives were more well planned than the heroes purely because of personality. So, I like episode 9. I liked it. Was it the best overall? No. It's like a 7.8. It's not the same quality of Flash, but it did alright. Nothing bad. And we get a chance to see brilliant Eagle Phoenix Man. Another excellent highlight. Glad they put that back in there instead of doing the retcon. But was the fight perfect? No. Especially towards the end. Then it was the whole controversy of censorship. Do you know what time One Punch Man comes on in Japan? You don't know, huh? It's not a streaming service exclusive, right? It comes on a set time, right? So how do you know they're not censoring things because of what time it comes on, and not because they're just choosing to censor just to censor? Oh, you can't tell, right? And some of the censoring with Zuki seemed like it's last minute. Just the intro, she got on the short shorts like in the manga, but in the actual episode, it's censored. It's almost like that could be a TV thing and not the West is censoring Japan. I don't care about Japan like that, and I hate the fact that you give them so much fake love. I really do, cause it's not real. Cause as soon as they do something you don't like, you back to calling them every stereotype in the book. It is what it is. Keep giving that fake love, you lying son of a bitch. I care about them. I see them as people, though. I don't worship them. They're not God tier people. But I like some of the culture, some of the things they do. But then, episode 10 came out. Zombie Man. Zombie Man versus Pure Blood. This is my most hyped up fight throughout the season. Because reading the manga, this stuff, boy, this took Zombie Man from an R-rate character to a top tier. Sadly, a lot of the intro stuff was cut out. That the thing that was cut out was there was supposed to be a bunch of monsters inviting Zombie Man to fight Pure Blood. Instead, they just had Zombie Man fighting Pure Blood on his own. Is it like a massive retcon or anything? No, but it added a lot of character to that scene. Similar how the scene where Zombie Man and the monsters go behind the post. That could have been done better because in the manga it's just like, oh, you want some more? And he's violating, he's obliterating, he's destroying him. Look fantastic. And he's like some bone breaking. Oh, another case, zombie. She's talking about Zombie Man. The cigarette, they turned the cigarette into. Like there is no way that many people watched the 4 Kids version of One Piece. That's not possible. But of course, just like Scooby Doo and Mr. Incorporated, it's for the memes, bro. It's for the memes. We can all be a part of it because it's the memes. So you'll turn off any type of brain just to join in with a group, just for the memes and the lows. Even though you're spreading a lot, it's not true. Okay. Once again, I have to ask you: was that a JC staff choice, or was that the production company and the TV channel choice to censor Zombie Man cigarettes and him smoking? I'm open to either or. If it's like some Western censorship, then we bring down the hammer. If it's not, and this is on the Japanese end, because of potentially some television deal that they got for what channel One Punch Man shows up on. Same thing with the Zombie Man gore being censored. Because remember, Attack on Titan had this exact same problem. I guess everybody forgot about when Attack on Titan had censorship with the TV version, but it was uncensored during the Blu-ray version. Wow. It's amazing. So when Attack on Titan was doing it, it was just, well, it's just TV censorship. When it's One Punch Man, it's the end of the world. Okay. It wasn't just, it was that, what Tokyo Ghoul had the censorship. Who else had censorship? There's like a whole lot of stuff that had censorship in recent years. But they're treating this One Punch Man thing like it's something new. Really? Okay then. Back to the main point. But back to the fight. Overall, it was alright. I like the added scene with Pure Blood and Zombie Man just doing some close quarters gun fu from Equilibrium. But I remember that movie Equilibrium. But was it animated as much as I wanted to? No, but it was alright. It was alright. That's like a solid 7. It's passable. It wasn't anything awful. Well, we got had some stuff. What happened after that? We get the Amaya match versus Could that use some more anime? Well, I'm still on episode 10. So we got that. We got E Iron and the rest of the A class, B class heroes. I actually like those guys. Do I feel bad for that private military group getting slaughtered by Amaya's mask? No, I don't. Because it's to his character. Because ever since season 1 with Amaya's mask, he's always act like this. He's always been like this ruthless, like extreme justice type of guy. So the retcon, well, he saved him. I don't hate the retcon in this case, like the Child Emperor one, but it's just, as it takes away some extra from Amaya's mask, especially with the whole sense in the manga with the redraws. They spoiled Amaya's mask. That's all I say. For those who don't know the spoilers, they spoiled what Amaya's mask is, and I've never forgive Murata for doing that. Wait a minute, guys. Amaya's mask is bleeding, and his blood tastes like monster blood. I wonder what that would be implying. I really wonder. So that's why I'm glad in this one he killed her. Outright slaughtered her. Lifted up by her chin and exterminate all monsters. Because he was on that same activity doing season 1. At the end when he was like I forgot what he said. But he was slaughtering the leftover aliens just ruthlessly. It's just, and they added to his character later on. But well, episode 11. What happens? We get Ian versus Deborah Longhair. The continuation. We get Pit God eating some people. What else? What else? Also, we get Atomic Samurai versus Black Sperm. Now, surprisingly, the animation kicked up. I don't know what happened. That wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. Atomic Samurai versus G5 was good. Was it fantastic or not? But it was good. And then we had Atomic Samurai versus Black Sperm. Black Ass as a character is hilarious. Come on, come on. You know you want to fight. Come on, come on. I'll make you cry, make you weep. I love this guy. I love this guy. And watching this man get jumped. And he slashes. Atomic Slash. He comes back again. Atomic Slash. He's back again. He's dancing all over him. He's moonwalking all over Atomic Samurai. But, strangely enough, they cut it short. Now in the manga, before the redraws, he's unleashed a Atomic Slash that can vaporize him completely. Am I upset that they cut that? Oh no, they left it ambiguous, because this was supposed to be like one half of the Monster Association arc. It's not got no problem with that. Oh yeah, skipped over the Pure Prisoner getting juiced up, going against Nian is Nian is the only cat that I ever have in real life. I don't hate pets. I'm indifferent towards them. Alright, I'm not. But if I had to get a pet case, the only feline I support is Nian. Such a great character. And he's like, every time, it's like sometimes it's not even that he's weaker. But the way this man panics and just leave and just, I gotta get the hell out of here. I gotta get out of here. I'm not, a monster, what? I'm getting out of here. I'm running for my life. Hilarious. Let's go to another point, the Pure Prisoner. Like I made in that top 5 video. Pure Prisoner is a monster. Like confirmed he's a monster. Like there's no way a person's body keep mutating like this and he's natural. Now somebody said, from that logic, would it Saitama be a monster? Saitama is something different. And the reason why I say people like Pure Prisoner is a monster or Pit God and Saitama is not, is because of the premise of we have in season 2 a person turned into a monster because they had too many reptiles. Season 1, Crab Lante turned into a monster because he ate too much crab. Phoenix Man literally just never took off his suit and became a monster, which is why Watchdog Man is a monster. So in my opinion, Pure Prisoner, Darkseid, and some others, you can watch the video. Especially Darkseid. There's no way Darkseid. Super Alloy! On which I like, is the man's name Super Alloy Darkseid, or is it Super Alloy Black Luster? Like, it can't be both. We gotta decide. Now, Super Alloy Darkseid sounds better. Black Luster is just... I don't know, it's the luster part that takes the umph out of it, but Super Alloy Darkseid! But, yeah, the Pure Prisoner stuff was good. The one with the retcon instead of the original, I had no problem with that. Cause the retcon got the one with the elephant in the suit and the multiple absorbing powers. No problem with that. I think that's everything leading up to King having his panic attack. Saitama running to the monsters and killing them. What else? Oh yeah, Pit God. I don't know. I swear, if Gums is made out of a piece of gum, that would be hilarious. But Gums, out of the executives, is easily the less developed out of all of them. We don't have a backstory for this guy. We don't know where this guy comes from. It's just, in both instances, he is killed quite quickly. So, it is a nice, interesting mix-up for Pit God. What else? Also, another beautiful moment. Yeah, this goes in episode 12. When Saitama punched Rover. Beautiful. Like, where was all this... like multi-level destruction when Gara was going against Rover. Like, because Rover was like, especially when he blew him down to the floor and he met Girl, that was monstrous. That was another case of episode 5 stuff, right? Now the overall atmosphere was good, right? Even though Orochi didn't have much motion mimicking Garo, when Garo charged at him, it was supposed to be all his finger dragons did the water flame, also doing like the water stream cutting fist. That didn't happen. But when Saitama fight Orochi, he has it. I guess they're gonna fix that in the Blu-ray. And the reason why I keep mentioning the Blu-ray, there's a lot of animators on Twitter saying that their segment was unfinished, and I guess they cut it out. So hopefully they can extend the episodes, add some stuff on the Blu-ray, shaking the bacon, move on. I know that I gotta deal with Hulu to have the episodes on Hulu, but it's mostly a Japan TV type thing. The anime industry depends on the Japan views. No, it don't. Yes, it does. That's why your favorite series gets canceled. I'm not joking. That's not a lie. You can ask anybody else. This is why a whole bunch of series in Shonen Jump, doesn't matter if you're reading on the Shonen Jump manga app, gets canceled or only gets one season. Coincidence? Me thinks not. But overall, it was decent. It's like a 7. Season 2 is an 8 and season 1 is a 9. I think a lot of people is going to be disappointed with season 3 purely because there wasn't going to be a lot of action in the beginning, and I knew that, especially around episodes 6 and 7, that there wasn't going to be a lot of action. But it's just the execution of 7 where just like I actually liked a lot of them side characters, even though they don't play a major role. And seeing them, their only decent moment, just get I know they're gonna have a big in the next arc after the Monster Association arc. They will have a bigger role since Murata's gonna make that bigger, like he does everything. But it was always gonna be a slow-paced season at the beginning. Now I didn't think they could make it to Orochi. Right, there's a lot of stuff to cover, but the Atomic Samurai fight is pretty much 1-to-1. Somehow the Pure Blood fight, the Flashy Flash fight. So a lot of fights were pretty much continued. Tachimachi was a girl went the way it's supposed to. It's just the stuff in episode 7 that just makes it, you know, because the first 3 episodes it was a lot of setup with a lot of plot. I wasn't expecting them to change the world. Wow, guys, they don't change the planet by Zombie Man and crew showing up. Pure Prisoner and Pit God sitting down. Wow. Supposed to be some mind-blowing stuff, right, guys? Some mind-blowing. I wonder how far you can make that animation. We're not here for Slice for Life kids. We're here for some war and some good character moments. Another shortcoming disappointment, the hot pot. Now the hot pot in the manga was excellent. Seeing these grown adults fight over a hot pot was hilarious. And the actual show could have been animated better. It really could. In the manga, which also happens in the webcomic, but in the episode it was alright. Got the chance to see that Dr. Casino show up. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'm telling you, man, that conspiracy I had, I'm telling you, Dr. Genius and Meta Knight's gonna get involved somehow. I'm telling you, call me crazy, the tinfoil had his own extra tight cut off circulation. But overall, I thought it was an alright season. It had some highlights. I think episode 5 was alright. Was it blow people's socks off? No. But was it bad? No. I didn't hate the Gar episode. I really didn't. The Rover fight could have added little things to make it better. Let's go to another thing. The Jutsu Kaisen blue color change thing that people are complaining about. In some instances, like the Rover or the Pig God moment, or some later stuff, it works. Other instances, not so much. Another case, Super S, when she's facing off Amaya's mask, like when she slicks her hair back, they could have had some more animation. Did it happen? No. Somehow, Amaya's mask obliterating that private military group could have had a little bit more animation. Did it happen? No. But, no, it did not. But, I just can't wait to see how the next season turn out, 2027, because hopefully, since this season, which was seemed to be slightly put together, depending on how much time the studio had. Now, since everybody could understand what the expectations are, hopefully season 4 can be more consistent and better throughout. That's the biggest problem, consistency. When you just, you kind of there, kind of now, people can get mad. But as long as consistent, the quality of at least episode 8, 10, 11, 12, don't mind. Because it'll be mostly a lot of action next season anyway. So they got to kick it up. It's not as many breaks and so on and so on in between. But that's about overall thoughts and opinions, really. I just thought it was an alright season. I didn't think it was a crime against humanity. I didn't think because this season came out, it's the worst thing, or somehow, well, the sales are going down. Well, Punch Man, pause. The manga, pause. Wait a minute. Wouldn't this invoke for the sales to go up to see what people are missing? And then it gets even better. Are those sales going down because of the anime, or were them sales already going down because of, the ninja, the ninja art with Speeder Sound, Sonic, and Flashy Flash, that it was retconned to death? Your author of the manga. Because there's no way it starts out 1-to-1 and then make drastic shifts and changes. Then back to 1-to-1. Then master drifts and changes. Because I doubt it will be one who will want to keep adding those. Well, that's adding God. well, why is God like so? This goes into the next part. The reason why this is like the last hoorah for me with One Punch Man, the anime, is because I hate most of the stuff in the Monster Association arc. Like pretty much all of it. I hate Garo's monster design. It looks basic. Uh, it looks uninspired. It's nothing special. And Cosmic Fear Garo is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's just like how adding all the emphasis, like there's a reason why I stopped coming to manga, like years ago. Like I couldn't do it. The webcomic stuff, that pure stuff there. Ugh, that's some good stuff. But the manga, no, no. And I got the retcons, and they got this and that, and nobody knows what's canon, not canon, this canon, volume canon, this canon. It's just like, but perfection. I'm not hearing that perfection excuse. To redraw something 3 to 4 times, to kill off characters, then bring them back, then kill them off again. What, what are you getting here? But yeah, overall, I hate the art. I think it's butchered towards the end, especially with Gar as a character. So I'll be enjoying next season all the way up to, because it's confirmed that the final battle is pretty much going to get animated. And it's just, the time travel is garbage. Blast as a character is trash. I am so glad he has not showed up in the webcomic yet, because all the mystery and the luster around Blast, down the toilet. Congratulations, Murata. You played yourself. It is what it is. I hate, like, every time that character shows up, a fight is butchered or something is ruined. Every time. Every time. I mean, now he got his son that shows up. What interaction does he have with his son? Question mark. Why wasn't he there? Question mark. And he's not there in the webcomic. And he's there in the manga. Who chose to add him in the manga? So that's why I got upset with the whole God stuff. So I'm glad they cut out all that God stuff with Orochi. I'm so glad they went with the original. Even though I don't like the original design. Like the design of the faces look, man, like Orochi had like a good design going for him, and then he transformed, and it's just, I guess it's passable. I guess, I guess so. It is. So that's why I won't lie or deny. There are things in this season that could have been better. It really could have. That's undeniable. When episode 5 came out, I thought it was alright. Did it blow my sock off? Fantastic. Was it like episode 12? No, it wasn't. But it was alright. It was decent. If he was acting like this was some type of crime against humanity, against, like it was the worst animation I've ever seen. Because it was just funny, because most people is watching this stuff on Twitter for free. You're not paying a subscription service, buddy. But you got all this venom. All this pent up frustration. It is what it is. That's a whole different show. But overall, I thought the season was alright. What am I rating before? Like I said before, it'd be like a solid 7. It's not the worst thing on the planet, but it's not the best thing in the world. When it's good, it's good. When it's passable, it's passable. And when it's just, did you have to outsource this whole episode? Like, gosh, still on the whole episode? But all you can do is hope for the Blu-ray to be better. If not, then, But so since it was green light for another season, I guess things turned out to be alright, I guess. At least for the Japanese viewership side, so they're like, we got another one, boys. Another one? Yep, we're going all the way. And then we have those people, before I wrap this up, that's like, we're going to reanimate it. Pause. You had a chance to animate this whole season before season 3 was announced. And you chose not to do it. To a point where most of the stuff in the Monster Association arc was already animated. So now you're going to use this JC staff's work as a background template for you to animate over their stuff to release it. Why don't you just do it from scratch? Oh, I see. Okay, is what it is. But overall, I think it was alright season. The next season is going to be it's gonna be a pain. I don't hate Sairochi, but Monster King Orochi is an underrated character. Well, not underrated. He's underutilized. A fantastic introduction, but it's just then he becomes. I was saying he becomes fused Sairochi, and then he gets taken out by Tatsumaki, and the executives are still left, and it's just. By that point, everybody has already teamed up as a group to take out Sairochi. So why would Child Emperor leave the group when everybody's already teamed up and shown that they can work together? Do you see what I mean? by like certain retcons and things that Murata done made this arc even worse. But no one complains when he doesn't. There's no 15 word threads. There's not no Twitter hashtags going anywhere saying, but they just butchered it. It is what it is. I've got to the point now where, like always, like I've always been trying to do, if I could focus on my own stuff, I wouldn't have to worry about this. Would I still make videos? Yeah, I'll make videos still here and there. But at least I can pull it back, right, after the videos and just, well, you know, I can just live my life and make a comic book or make games, do anything like that, and just, I can do something more than just wait for the next bad piece of news. Or over here, it seemed like Rick Grimes, where it's just like, I wanted to beat him, just for I could just want to see him come back and make another mistake, or watch some other idiot do something stupid online and make an excuse. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's an alright season. I already know what's going to happen after that, because the Neo Hero arc is still ongoing in the webcomic. I'm glad that one is still. That's the thing, one is writing this manga, the webcomic version of One Punch Man, versus, and he has some influence on the manga itself, but we don't know if it's consulting and what it is. But so someone's talking to me. But yeah, it's an alright season. It's not the worst thing you've ever seen. It's not a crime against humanity. It didn't snatch away your childhood. It didn't destroy the One Punch Man brand, or any other type of supposed thing you're gonna bring up as an excuse. With the thing I find the most disappointing about the fan reactions that be like this is that you're a grown adult. Some of these people got kids and children. As I said, these are a grown adult with kids and children. What's the parents of Zoomers? So once again, who raised these kids? But no one talks about that, right? So it's just like how the millennials had to deal with the Gen Xers roasting them, or the Gen Xers had to deal with the baby boomers roasting them. Everybody just wanted to slander and proclaim that their generation is the best without taking responsibility from all the debauchery, like how they was dealing drugs, smacking heroin with the baby boomers, like how they was dealing crack with the Gen Xers, like they were doing all type of gang member stuff with the 90s with the millennials, or the Zoom. So like there's always an excuse. There's always some quote unquote justifiable reason of why they're supposedly better than you. And remember, these aren't kids. These are grown adults, sir. If you ever learn anything from this, you know my opinions about the season. It's solid 7, but one final thing. I want you guys to always remember. At what point does a person become an adult? What do you mean? Because when we can have somebody who's 56 years old thinking and talking like a teenager, you have to answer the question. At what point does a person become a real adult? If you didn't miss the video, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.